Hi, my name is Elizabeth Norman. I am founding publisher of Connecticut Explored, here with my good friend Cindy Cormier, who was with us at the founding of the magazine, and here with Kathy Hermes, the new publisher of Connecticut Explored. And we are here at Hillstead Museum, the place where this idea began and where Cindy and I both had experiences working in museums, including this one.
And thank you for bringing us back here where it all began. My colleague Claudia Thiesing and I were working away here and wondering and wishing we had a publication to publish all the great stories and research that was being done here at Hillstead. And we realized our colleagues at other museums had the same hopes. They were doing great work, but their magazines had become listings of programs. There was no place for real content, for real history. So we brought that idea to you, Elizabeth, and you said, I think I'd like to work together with you on that to make it happen.
And fast forward, and here we are with Kathy celebrating our 20th anniversary and handing the baton to the next publisher.
I'm really excited to be the new publisher of this wonderful magazine. What I want to know is, how did you know that it would work? And how did you get it to this point?
We certainly didn't know it was going to work. We combed the country to see if there was other publications, nothing like it. We talked to people. People said, print is dead, go digital, even 20 years ago. And we didn't take no for an answer. And we got an amazing group of people on our side and some very generous donors. And that's where we are today, 20 years later.
And I always say a heavy dose of naivete. If I knew then what I know now, I would have talked myself right out of it, and it never would have happened.
We looked at academic journals, which are all black and white. They're dense. Each article is 14 pages long. We don't have that here. It's so compelling, and our subscribers love it.
And to be a nonprofit with an entrepreneurial spirit and mindset, that we were always wanted to be very focused on our customers and both the individual subscribers and our museum partners. And I think that's been an important key to our success.
You started out with the name Hog River Journal. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we started out as a Greater Hartford History magazine, and we wanted a name that would really be catchy, catch people's attention, get them interested. So we brainstormed and considered names like Harriet, of course, for Harriet Beecher Stowe, but kind of a riff on J.F. Kennedy Jr.'s George magazine, which was published in the late 90s, or simply H. We thought about that.
Right, but H was a slang for heroin, so we didn't want to be associated with that. So we decided on Hog River Journal, this storied river that's tucked under the Bushnell Park. Many people were interested in it. There's even talk about bringing it back up. So this Hog River Journal, secret history, hidden stories.
And we stuck with that name until 2009, really several years after we, in fact, expanded and went statewide. Though I still get comments, had one just last week from a longtime subscriber, not happy that we changed the name.
What do you think are the big changes?
Well, organizationally, 10 years ago, we spun off from under the wing of Hartford Public Library, where we had been founded and became our own nonprofit. So that was big. We've, of course, brought on new partners over the years. As Cindy said, we currently have more than 30. And then we've more recently added children's books for use in the classroom, Where I Live Connecticut for grades 3 and 4, and Venture Smith's Colonial Connecticut for grades 5 to 8. Both of those resources have robust online digital offerings as well, which I'm really proud were highly used during the COVID lockdown when schools were closed or had to do hybrid learning.
Now we have an actual education department and an education specialist, Kristen.
Yes, and thanks to very generous funders, the BFA Rena Koopman Fund at Hartford Foundation and the State Historic Preservation Office at DECD, we're going to be introducing and creating an exciting model curriculum for grade 2.
And as an educator myself, I'm so delighted that it's getting in the hands of students in a whole variety of ways.
We're taking this really important look into the future of Connecticut history and where some of the most cutting-edge history is being done in our state.
And then also, of course, we couldn't let an anniversary as significant as the 20th go by without asking our incredibly loyal friends and supporters to help us get into that future and to realize Kathy's vision for the next 20 years. So we've created this Fund for Excellence in Publishing, And we're hoping to raise $100,000 for this fund to fully pay the staff for the first time in 20 years and to support some increased costs that we're experiencing in this current economy, including printing. We started out as an experiment. As we've said, many people were really skeptical, but we've created this amazing organization and with such a distinguished new publisher. And I'm so deeply grateful to Cindy and our founding editorial team members, to Mary Donahue, our assistant publisher, is also retiring this year, Jennifer LaRue, our 17-year editor of the magazine, John Alves, our 20-year artistic director, that great design we talked about, all due to John, Kristen Levithan, our education specialist, all of our writers over the years, and our organizational partners, our funders, our loyal and generous friends of Connecticut Explored. Thank you for getting us to 20 years and being part of our next 20.